Hey everybody! If you didn't already know, my name is Kaylee and I like to go by Kai. I'm new to YouTube and my goals for starting this channel are pretty simple. I want to share my artwork with everyone, talk about it, and share some of who I am too since I'm on this journey of self-discovery. While I was editing this video together, I didn't know it would be 8 minutes long, but I'm glad that it is. Originally, I was thinking that I could just throw some music over the speed drawing and have that be it, but nah. I'm always wondering what extra things I can add or do to my work to make sure that my final products are more enjoyable. That's why you guys are hearing my lovely voice today. I kinda irrationally panicked because I didn't think I'd have anything to talk about and was like, oh no, I'm gonna have to upload a boring video. But since I'm a functioning individual who's able to use her brain, I said, girl, hold up. You have 18 years of your life you can talk about, it'll be okay. So I'm gonna talk about why I decided to start a YouTube channel in the first place. I applied to SUNY Purchase College in New York a few weeks ago, and basically I had to make a video explaining why I wanted to attend. Think wide open is the school's motto, and throughout the process of making that video, I had to really think about what that meant to me. I expected to make a minute-long video of me talking to my camera about why I wanted to go to this college. What I didn't expect was to come out of doing that task with a 9-minute video that took me 4 days to edit, an actual passion for editing videos, and a better understanding of who I am and what I want from school and from life. That was unexpected to me, but I'm happy that that was the result. I had to upload that video to YouTube as part of the application, but after I did, I knew that I wanted to make more. Spending hours and hours and hours editing a video together felt so familiar to me because of how many hours I spend drawing and creating on the regular. It felt like I found another calling. The problem was, despite knowing that I wanted to continue posting on YouTube, I still needed some motivation to do it. I was having a really bad week, month, whatever, year, because I felt like I didn't know what to do with myself the entire time. I have a lot of things going for me and I know I have a lot of potential, and it's like sometimes I feel bad about having all this potential and then not making use of it. It's like having a lot of expectations for yourself and then not knowing where to start in order to fulfill those expectations. I want to make a living, and I know I need to make a living, and I have all means of making a living, but I guess I lose faith in myself when the time comes to act on that, to act on my goals, to act on my dreams. It's like I lose faith in myself, and it's so weird. I feel bad about it or guilty for having skills and talents and then letting them go to waste. I love drawing and I put a lot of time and effort into my work. I don't do it solely for the money, but on occasion someone will hire me for a commission and I like doing those. But whenever people want to buy my art and I have to name my own price, suddenly I feel like my art isn't valuable anymore and I forget about all the time, money, and work I put in to even get a finished piece. It wasn't making any sense to me or my family. Ariel, my oldest sister, suggested that I might have imposter syndrome, which seems pretty likely now that I know what it is. If you think you can relate to any of the issues I just described, you might be wondering, what is imposter syndrome? And no, the game Among Us has nothing to do with it. Imposter syndrome is defined as a psychological pattern in which an individual doubts their skills, talents, or accomplishments and has a persistent internalized fear of being exposed as a fraud. Imposter syndrome describes feelings of severe inadequacy and self-doubt that can leave people fearing that they will be exposed as a fraud, usually in their work lives, and it can affect anyone. After reading multiple articles on what imposter syndrome was and learning about how it affects people, including artists like myself, I realized that I wasn't crazy or weird for feeling the way I was feeling. For years, I've known that my artwork was unique and that nobody else does what I can do to the same degree I do it. And I'm not trying to brag when I say that, but I still thought and convinced myself that my artwork was undesirable and that nobody would want it or want to see it. I was sabotaging myself before I even had the chance to get somewhere, and imposter syndrome was also tearing me down from the inside. After telling my sister about all my doubts, do you know what she told me? She told me, you have every means of making money and a career for yourself. You have a following, you have the skills, you have all your artwork just sitting around the house. Use it. That was exactly what I needed to hear. Exactly. I needed someone to shake me and say, look at all the things you've been able to do already. You're more than capable. You can do it. That was what finally convinced me to start committing to drawing again and start sharing my artwork once more. And I felt like YouTube was a perfect platform for that. By posting art videos, I can indulge in my love for drawing, illustration, and editing and reach more people than I could on Instagram alone. Before I end this video, I gotta talk about what I'm drawing. A few years ago, I started drawing patterns in zentangles in hopes of creating a coloring book one day. I never really colored the patterns I made because I felt they were meant to be saved for the printing process, but I figured, hey, why not color this one since you're drawing this one now? and you have all these markers at your disposal. I started drawing this piece by hand originally, and then I switched to drawing it on my iPad through Procreate because I wanted to leave the physical version alone for now. I wanted to see what I could do with it digitally and then go back to the physical version later. The rainbow color scheme was an intentional thing because I'm representing the LGBTQ+ community, and that's something I'll talk about in another video. Something I've always wanted to do with my drawings like these is add shadows underneath each individual shape so that it creates the illusion of looking stacked, kind of like a giant pile of Lego bricks, just with shapes, if that's a good example for comparison. I think I got into the groove of drawing this for so long because I like the look of repetitive patterns. When I finish doing a drawing like this, even though the process takes a very long time, when I finish, I'm so proud of my work because it's so satisfying to look at the piece and see all these lines that I drew and see them very, very close in thickness and in spacing. I think it's very nice. I think it's very aesthetically pleasing to look at, and that's why I keep drawing these. I don't exactly like the process of drawing though because it takes so long, but the end result is always worth the effort. On top of seeing the finished product of all my hard work and all my tiresome work, the process even in being, time-consuming. The process, even in being time-consuming, is still very therapeutic, and I find drawing repetitive patterns to be therapeutic. Creating artwork like this definitely brings me to my happy place. I know that I'll always have a spot in my heart for art, and doing this kind of stuff is exactly what I want to do for the rest of my life. I have no idea what I'm going to do with these patterns yet, but I have a few ideas. So I'm going to tell you what those ideas are. So my dad is always telling me that this kind of stuff would look great if you put it on a billboard or on a mural or on something bigger than a sheet of paper. And I completely agree. I want to make t-shirts and hats and jackets. I want to rep my art. I want to rep this so people know that this is mine. Like, I made this shit. I made this. And I spent so long perfecting it. And I want to make this on a mural. I want to get hired to do or paint a mural with this kind of work on it. And I feel like it'll be a really good statement piece. So that is one of my goals for the future. And also, I really do want to make that coloring book that I've been talking about since I was in 8th grade. Like, I've wanted to do this book since I was 13 years old. And that dream has not died yet. I'll make sure that it happens. If anybody watching this video has any suggestions for things I can draw or talk about, I am completely open to suggestions and I would love to hear what you have to say. So thank you so much for supporting this channel. I'm starting out very small and I hope that I can slowly grow it over time. And I hope that whoever's watching these videos will come back for more. So now I'm gonna end this video here. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and listening to my story. If you want to see more content from me, let me know by leaving a like or a comment. I really like getting comments and I love interacting with people. Till next time.